I'm back again. More chess again or something. I don't know. I did a little bit of off-screen mining. 1760 almost. I'm rounding up. After this game though, it'll be 17. I don't want to spoil the video, but there's 100% chance I'm going to win. I'm just feeling it today. Never mind. I don't like this position. I really don't like this position. This move's goofy and upsets me a lot. We'll just take. We got the little triangle here. Look at that. Pretty good. I think bringing the knight out's a pretty good idea. We've prevented it for the time being, but it could become an issue later. I don't particularly like that. Czech Republic. It's pretty neat. I think the usual move is c5. Do it. We'll go with it. Why not? He might do this. Oh, he doesn't. Could exchange, but then it's very, it's very drawn. Let's just add more pressure. We don't even need to take there. There's no reason to yet. He might come in here though. No, let's stop that then. We don't care about these pieces over here, or the king at all, or the queen, or the rook, or the knight, or any of the pawns. We're just going for wins. What is he gonna do? His bishop's pretty trapped. I'm saying that with mine still in the back rank, but I can at least move mine whenever. It does put pressure on the h4 square. Might have to play this, and that, not a great chain that weakens this. Oh. Well, now I'm very confused. Let's bring our knight out. If we play a knight to f5, I just don't think he's got the goal, you know? He or she has the goal to play g4. It's a pretty unorthodox move. I'm okay with this knight being here. It covers 3 squares, I guess 4, but they're really not that great of squares to be covering anyway, so I don't care. Do a little knight reroute maybe? Let's take first and then plant the knight on c6. Now we got a nice open diagonal. We can also double up, get a little battery going, because then he actually has to defend or move this knight, which would not have justified his knight move. It's actually a waste of a move if he goes there and then just goes back 2 moves later. Or defend it. Now it's locked in because he can't go here or here. I think that was a bad move. But watch him do some fancy stuff here and just absolutely destroy me. No, that's not good. You don't want your king to be like this. All the pawns are like just goofy. So let's just castle. Castle is never really a bad. He could come in for some crazy sacrifice though. I don't particularly like that. Just take more space. I can bring the queen over. He moves his king forward. Is he gonna try and move the rook over? I think we just gotta go and attack faster than he does. I think that's just how it's gonna be, because all my pieces are way away from my king in this little box I made. Adding more defenders, okay. Let's move our rook off the starting square. I was thinking of doing a little knight reroute, but I don't see how that's beneficial. That's 3 whole moves. This is a very locked position. So you can just take more space. The problem with a pawn move, though, is that once they go forward, they can't go backwards. You can write that down. That's solid advice. Also, our bishop's really not helpful. All our pieces are on, like, light squares. Maybe getting rid of the dark square bishop. I mean, having all our pieces on light squares means all the dark squares are open for us, which makes it more mobile. Is it mobile? I don't... Oh, that's gotta be a bad move, right? We move our king back, our queen back, and he has nowhere to go. Unless he goes for that, which is just a full sacrifice of a bishop. We are giving up a pawn. Actually, well, not two. I was going to say two, but this is guarding that, and that's guarding that. And if this guy does get weaker, we just throw the knight back. Now we got a whole nother defender. And look at the time. Oh, you guys should be proud. I'm not absolutely blundering on time. All my blunders are on the board. He has to use his king as a defender? That's a bad spot to be in. It looks like he's just going to try and bombard us. But I think we can just throw a pawn forward and hopefully that works. Could we go two forward? That might be a little too ambitious. I know my limit. We are behind on time, but not by, a significant margin. This also puts pressure on the center. It allows his knight a way out. That's a great thing for us. I was being facetious. That's horrible. None of this is good. We can move our rook forward, but that's such a weird... We're going to do it. We're going to do it anyway. Who cares? We do have control of the only open file, which is nice. There goes the pawn we gave up. Let's see if we did it for a good reason. Oh! Uh-oh. See what I'm seeing? See what I'm seeing? Whole lot of goofy stuff going on here. This is not looking great. And look at his king. Look at his king. His king is not in a good spot. Now, which one of these knights is doing less? Should probably keep this one because he's defending that. If he does that, we're definitely going to take, because this knight here on this outpost is so much more valuable than this knight. This knight's not really doing anything. He doesn't, though. He doesn't do that. I feel like his king is extraordinarily weakened right now. Hold up, what am I seeing? Take, attack, move back, check. He has to go here. Is there any way to get a checkmate though? Because that's what we really would like, is a checkmate. This move first. That kind of forces his knight or bishop back, I think. Okay, now we might have something cooking. Not quite though. We're still a couple moves away. We need to get this stuff tweaked out. Hold up. What if we do this? He doesn't have to take with the knight though. We really need to just we need to distract his knight away. I think we go with the queen here. We're still guarding our bishop. We're still guarding this pawn. He might try and get his rook in the game. It's probably the best move because we're trying to go after his king. We're at the point where we're only down a pawn. And actually, this pawn we do have is a lot stronger than his pawn. So, that's nice. Could do check. I don't like that though. Can't move our knight now. Good sack or rook. If we go here and he just takes, we just take back and we're probably in a better... Well, no, because then he just gets the knight. Yeah, we're falling behind on time again. Every single time, this is how it goes. Kinda at a loss here. We need a big move. Something big. Still have this check, but he always goes there. Can we do? No way for him not to be allowed to go there, which is getting our queen into this. But then if he just trades queens here, we're just absolutely screwed. Need to not trade queens and also win and also take all his pieces. Okay, this is not the best play, but I think I'm just gonna move back. So we're running. We're 4 minutes down. We're down a pawn. It looks like we're about to lose more than a pawn. Can't even take it. I think the best thing we can do is go here and just hope he doesn't take our queen. But usually doing things hoping that things won't happen in chess is bad. We could just start pushing them. I think we just gotta start pushing this pawn. Because all he did is really win a pawn. He could just go right back. But if he goes right back, then we have a new spot for our queen. You guys smelling what I'm smelling? Smelling a little attack coming? A little counter attack? He immediately shut it down completely. This is tough. There's really no way in there. If we go here, we're gonna lose the knight. We're going for some crazy stuff now. Uh-oh. They said something in chat. I don't know if I want to read it. We're gonna ignore it because I don't. It's probably just good game or something. But every once in a while, someone will say the most out of pocket thing on chess.com for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Gotta do that if he comes back. Tries to sneak a checkmate. Which I imagine is what he's gonna try and do. Next move should be that. At which point we are in trouble. The good news, I don't know if we can consider it really good news, but the news is all our pieces are our pawns are locked. They can't move. So we could maybe force a stalemate. But we're down 4 pieces of material, 3.5 minutes basically. We do have some threats, but he'd have to make some big mistake. If he were to say like that and assume that he's gonna come in with a checkmate, Then we have some ways to get in. We actually have mate in 2 if he moves that bishop. Or of course he could miscalculate the exchange and just capture. Capture with the knight, capture with the rook. Come in with check, I move over, and then he's at the same point where he just has to move, and now I just have a rook back here and no knight and no pawn. And his queen's there. Then it goes back to the same thing. If he moves this bishop, because like this doesn't look like a bad move. That looks like it's a fork, right? Until it's check, block, check, move over, checkmate. Checkmate in 3 actually. I forgot he could block with the rook. But that's no good for him. It's great for us. As being very meticulous. Used like a whole minute and a half already on this one move. I couldn't imagine doing that. Spent 2 minutes on this move earlier. 2 minutes is a lot of time too. He is doing this. He is doing what I said. He's probably going to go there. And then we are going to move out of the way here. He could do that. That's kind of what I'm expecting. And that's no good for us. That's like really bad, bad, bad. Not good. What would be so nice is this rook move. Or bishop move. Either. Literally, move the bishop. Okay. He doesn't have a forced checkmate yet. We still have some chance here, as long as he starts blundering. He does think he's pretty safe. I have to imagine he thinks he's pretty safe. He does. Okay, that's... We have life now. This guy's giving us life. Not much, but some. And we have to make the best out of it. We just won his queen back. With check, too. Okay. It's not good. That forward. We're ahead now. With like no time. See if we can clutch this out. This would be such a good win, especially after he's had a good game already. He's... Okay. We won his other rook. We didn't win his rook. We're going to win his rook. We're gonna at least trade a rook off, for sure. Next move. We have 13 seconds left. Is he trying to force a stalemate? We need to go so much faster. I'm going so slow. I think this is a win. I lost on time. It's a draw because I got all his pieces. We were winning there. Uh, that was really close. This is a winning position, obviously. I'll quickly show. Can I do a? I can't do a self-analysis. I can. Cool. Let's go to the end. It's my turn. He's got to move back. We can just go in front. He doesn't really have much options. We can basically do anything. He has to stay in front of these pawns. If we have two, it's really not that hard. You just keep marching the king forward. You can't really stalemate that easily with two. It'd be kind of difficult. See the game review though. Yeah, he was winning by a lot and absolutely threw it. Sent us a message that I imagine was good game. Probably should have read it. It would have been funnier if I had read it. Pretty solid. This is a pretty standard. You guys have seen me play this. Karo-Kan, the tall variation. Trade off all these. Okay. Guy here. No bad moves yet. Pretty standard stuff. It was a really good game. Taking the center was best. Getting our bishop out, attacking there was best. That was good. I don't think that was the best move though. His best moves is a knight sacrifice because if it's take, and now I can't castle. That makes sense. And then my rook stuck in the corner really gets never activated the entire game. This queen move was bad, and these pawn moves were bad, and moving my queen back was also bad. I was a little worried about this move. What was the best move for the rook? Was it just to ignore it? I guess this knight's way worth. It's worth more than this rook, so he does that. I take best move. Took back wrong, I guess. I should have taken with the other one. I guess that makes sense. Unleash that rook. But I thought giving up this pawn might be too bad. I guess it's converging on his king. All the pieces getting closer. That makes sense. Take back going forward is good. This was a mistake. But then backwards knight moves are crazy. That pawn forward rocks. Getting the queen up is pretty decent. That was the best move. That was the best move. Moving there was the best move. And then there was a blunder. This is where I got his knight for free, or bishop for free. Then he blunders again. This was a great move. Our rook's behind a passed pawn, that's what it says over here. But also, we're threatening here, which is gonna win the queen. They wrote so much over here, this is a ton. He does a blunder, we win his queen with another great move. And right at this point, it's a completely winning game for me. You can see it's 5 points, -5 almost. 5, I'm almost up a whole rook, and it's only 2 points of material. Getting the pawn, going over here, getting that. This fork, he does block, forcing him to trade off a piece, so now he's down even more. Another good move. Check, throwing in another check. Getting my king in I thought was good. There, bringing the king in closer, because the queen can't checkmate the king alone. You gotta have a pawn or king or other piece. I probably should have moved. I don't know what it's gonna say the best move is here. Let's see. Going there. Yeah, you're threatening to come in and get your king even closer. I think that's why. That was the best move. Wow, I didn't expect that. Take back, take that pawn, move over, take that pawn. Check. Now, what I was hoping for was I was hoping he'd go here. Because then I'm just going to go forward and he can never catch up. Ever. Wait, hold up, let me think. I go here. He can't take there, so he has to go forward. And then I can... Yeah, my bad. I can just do the moves. I was hoping he'd do that. then I'd go here. Then he can't take the pawn, because then I just move my king or pawn forward and queen, and he never gets to catch up. So he has to go there. Then I go here. Now he can't go forward because my pawn's guarding it, so his only move is there. It's his only legal move, and then I just do this, and he can never catch up. And then I get a queen, and from there it's just easy checkmate. But I mean, you guys saw at this point I had when I did that queen stack to be up, I had 2 seconds. I can't think that quickly. But you know what? We didn't lose. And we played like a 1950, that's what it's saying. So that's pretty cool. And this is where I ran out of time. Well, that was a good game. I'll take it. 1950, 1800. What I have? 81% accuracy, 2 great moves, no blunders, no misses, just 1 mistake with 11 inaccuracies. Jeez. But, yeah. Good enough. I'll just win the next one, right?